Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to review Kabhi Tum's episode 32, which could be titled Miscarriage. So the episode begins with Sajna waiting in that big chair, and then suddenly the electricity went off. So she just got up to light the candle. Now here she is seen making a big mistake, because after lighting the candle, she gets tangled in an extension cord and falls. We all have this much common sense how we should use our phone's lights when it is dark. In addition, she is pregnant, so she should have taken care of this. Now, I am not blaming her entirely, as it was an incident. On the other side, Dan is seen giving Mustafa a ride to home, where we come to know how Dan has arranged a well-furnished rented house. So Mustafa arrives at house with a cake, a bouquet, and the new home keys. He finally feels worthy, but then he finds out how it has been 20 minutes since the lights have went off. As soon as he enters the house, he finds Sajna laying on the floor, unconscious. Meanwhile, Rubab is finally seen insulting Salman at first, and then she is seen outing Natasha and Adil's affair. She is not making assumptions. She has done a deep research how he spent Rubab's money on her. She also has their romantic chat list, and then she is seen stuffing a handful of cake in his mouth. And this was really satisfying to watch. And then some people are seen coming to meet him. Turns out they are custom investigation officers, so Rubab just did not out him. She took legal steps and also added some more illegal crimes to his list, where he was seen being arrested and taken. And still Shagupta was seen crying for him. This is not it. We also see Rubab kicking them out of the house, and that too at night. They are seen coming on the road, and they finally understand how Mustafa and Sajna must have felt. Now Sajna was taken to the hospital and admitted. Oh yes, Murtaza, his wife, and his daughter all had several missed calls on their phones. So she called them too. And Murtaza's phone was also dead. But when he came to the hospital, he decided to blame Mustafa for everything. And then comes the bad news. Just as I said, the kid is no more. So that's a big heartbreak. We also see Mustafa going home back, where he finally finds all those notes. So now he feels all responsible, but I don't think he must feel like this. On the other side, Iftikhar and Shagupta went to Sidwa's house, and Mustafa was seen crying beside her. My take on this is that Mustafa was not entirely at fault, and it is totally unfair that he is taking everything on himself, and that Sajna will be seen blaming him for all of this as well. So guys, stay tuned for further more updates, and if you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, share and subscribe if you haven't. Also let me know in the comments what do you think about this. Thank you.